Welcome to Summarizing Nonfiction Text. Tonight we're going to talk about summarizing true factual articles. Make sure you have your notes and make sure you watch the video all the way to the end for the phrase that pays. And please pay attention be ready for our quiz when you get back. What is nonfiction? Nonfiction equals truth. So examples of nonfiction are newspaper articles, magazine articles, database articles, school textbooks. At some point, you guys have all read some type of nonfiction. Okay? We gave you an example here of what a fiction article might be. Martians invade the Earth. Okay, it's fake. Somebody probably wrote it for fun, but this is an example of fiction. We're going to be focusing on nonfiction. During this, when we're thinking about summarizing nonfiction, we need to pretend that you're a reporter. Okay? We've all heard of the 5 W's. That is what we're going to focus on. So we're going to ask these questions. Who or what is the text about? What happened? When did it occur? Where did the events take place? Why is this subject important? And how did this subject or event occur? Okay, and this can be if we're doing some kind of entertainment article. Who is on the TV show tonight? What happened on the TV show? When? Where? Why was the TV show important? Okay, if we're talking about entertainment, if we're talking about some kind of technology, what can we review? What happened with the review? When did it occur? Where? Why is it important? And how does this affect me, or how does it occur? Okay, and we're going to talk about this in more detail in just a minute. Alright, we need to consider what is the author's purpose for writing. Is it to inform us? Is it to persuade us, entertain, compare, contrast, or demonstrate? So, general news articles, it could be to inform us. I saw in the news today that there was a new restaurant opened up downtown East Peoria. Okay, simple article to inform us. It could be to persuade us. What do we think about the war in Syria? Should we attack Syria? Should we stay away from Syria? Alright, authors could try to persuade you either way. It could be entertainment about TV or some kind of Hollywood star. Compare and contrast. The iPhone 5S just came out. Okay, so you compare the lower version Androids to the lower version Apple. Alright, and how-tos and demonstrations. You can read articles on how to plant gardens, how to prepare for a crisis, how to pretty much do whatever you want. Okay, the internet is full of how-to and things that demonstrate how to do stuff. So what is the point the author is trying to make? We have to look for that when we're trying to summarize a nonfiction article. Okay, keywords and phrases. You need to.
They're really easy to pop out or to see in textbooks. Headings are usually the big title at the top. The subheadings usually break up the sections for us and give us the main idea of what that section is going to be about. Bolded words in textbooks are usually important. Maybe it's a news article and we're going to have some repeated words in there. Okay, stuff that we're going to see over and over. We need to pay attention to those. The main idea or the main point of each paragraph or section of text. Like I said before, subheadings sometimes tell you the main idea of a section. But if it's like a newspaper article, you might have to find that on your own. One little trick we can use, read the first sentence, read the last sentence, and a lot of times they'll give you the main point. That closing sentence is going to kind of recap what the entire paragraph's about anyway. Okay? Next, we need to look for the title and the author of the text, because that is something that's going to be important when we go to write our summaries and tell about the articles we have read. We have to give credit and we have to let people know who are the ones who were working on it or who wrote it. Okay, punctuating titles of text.
Once again, when we're writing our summaries, we have to, this part is very important, we got to pay attention to. When typing, we're going to italicize it, Control I. If we're writing it out by hand, we're going to underline the magazines, journals, textbooks, and newspaper titles. So say it is Scope magazine. Scope is going to be italicized. PC World would be italicized. If we handwrite them, they would both just be underlined. Okay? Now, if it is a article from one of those magazines, so PC World wrote an article, the new generation of the iPod, those go in quotes. Okay, it's the smaller portion of it, so they're just in quotes. They're not important enough to be italicized. It's kind of one way you can look at it. Alright, when previewing for nonfiction summaries, when pre-writing for nonfiction summaries, it's a good idea to categorize your details of the article into columns. You could use a graphic web organizer web. You can see how the information relates and decide how to organize it into your summary. So you can break it down by chronological order and put it in proper time order. You can break it down into, this is going to talk about, say if we're talking about phones, one column could be talking about Android, one column could be talking about Apple, and a third column could be comparing and contrasting them. Okay, so you have to decide how to do it, but it's very important to organize that pre-writing. But first you
gotta have the title and the author of the text. Okay, and those are usually in the very first line, or maybe even the second line, but it's at the top, and it is one of the most important parts of the summary, so we know what you're summarizing. The author's purpose. You're not going to tell me the author wrote this because he wanted to inform me, but you could explain the author is trying to inform us about, and tell me what your topic is. So the topic of a text, a word or a phrase, is just kind of introducing what you're going to be talking about. So if I said the author's purpose is to discuss the differences between an Android and an iPhone, that simply tells me what the entire summary is going to be about. Next, we're going to combine the following. So we're going to answer all of the 5 W questions: who, what, when, where, how, and why. But we're not going to say who. The author said this. Why? Because new phones came out. You have to make it flow. It's the same with repeated words and phrases. You don't want to tell me some of the repeated words in this story were Android, phone, Apple. Okay? But you want to reuse some of those repeated words in your summary to kind of explain or help you convey what the author was trying to get across. You need to have all the key points, main ideas, and important details from the story. We don't want you to copy the entire story down, but we need to have the key points and main ideas from it. And finally, you're going to end your summary with a closing sentence to wrap up the ideas. Okay? When you guys come into class, be ready to have your notes out so we can grade your notes. Make sure you are ready for your quiz. And also, we want to make sure that you watch the video, so you need to have something about that cute little lizard that's in the corner of your screen. So the phrase that pays today will be the cute little lizard. Have a good night.